Today's video, we're going to talk about below average landing page experience on Google Ads and how to fix this guaranteed. Okay, so I've had many people mention, not only on this channel, but at our advertising firm, Corey, why do I have a below average landing page experience score? And the answer to that I give them, which frankly, they don't want to believe, is you got to actually put some work in to do the 4 things that are on this list to fix the issue, because to them, their landing page is perfectly fine. Everybody thinks their website and landing pages are perfectly fine. Why? Because they've got a lot invested in them, and they also frankly aren't a landing page expert or website conversion rate optimization expert. They don't understand what stuff they're lacking they don't have, or they just don't want to believe they have to fix it because it's expensive, if you will, on top of everything else. Just improving the landing page, even if it converts better, this is not going to fix the score. And that's also something I wanted to get across in this video. But the bottom line is, I will absolutely have the answer for you of not only what causes this, but what you're actually going to do to fix this, so you know how to move forward in your business and stop getting crap quality scores. So you're paying more per click, you're getting lesser quality traffic, because Google's also going to send traffic they know is the most likely traffic to convert to the advertisers who do the best job for them, that have the best landing pages for their users and the best ads for their users. And they're going to measure that by click-through rate and conversion rate primarily. And they divvy out, even if you're going to bid on the keyword red shoes, they're going to segment that keyword traffic 1,000 times. And the part of it that they know converts well, because they watch everything a person does before they actually search for that keyword, and they're going to give the top most likely converting traffic to the guy that they like the most, that help their users the most, because that helps Google make more money long term, as people will click on ads in the future when they get a good experience. So you have to be, in today's environment, better than your competition, showing up for the same keywords or same placements online, wherever you're advertising with that Google Ads account, if you expect to make a lot of money because of this situation that I just described. So before I get into the content though, if you do not know who I am Corey Zyman, owner of Guaranteed PPC, an online advertising agency that specializes in guaranteeing results for their clients. That is, we do not charge our clients management fees until we can get them a certain minimum lift in the profitability, basically in excess of the management fees that we charge. We are the only agency out there who offers any kind of similar contingency guarantees, which should tell you something about the quality of the information on this particular video. So with that said, getting into it here. There are 4 main reasons that you get below average landing page experience scores on Google Ads from your website or landing pages that you're sending traffic to. The first of which is your page actually just sucks. Okay, when I say sucks, it has high bounce rates. A high percentage of the people who get to your actual website bounce and leave, within the first few seconds before really giving the page much of a shot. Or it has low conversion rates. That is, a low amount of people, if they were there to go, call a cleaning company, you get a lower percentage of people calling you from your page than your competition has from their page, if you will. Or if you're doing e-commerce, a lower percentage of people go through the cart and check out versus your competition for the same crowd of people, for the same keyword, for the same website that you're being placed on, same YouTube video you're being placed on itself in terms of the ad, okay? You're being benchmarked against the competition. So obviously Google can tell, does somebody get to your website, click back to Google to click on something else? Because that's the main indicator they know that your stuff on your website, either because the page is not designed well or the offer itself is not good, that they should be recommending something else and give you this below average score, if you will. Which, by the way, a lot of times it is about actually changing your offer. Maybe you have to change what you have so that you have an actual exciting offer to begin with. That means, like, for instance, we had a mortgage broker, and what we did was we guaranteed people the lowest rate on their mortgage, or we're going to give them a $100 gift card. And that gave people an extra encouragement to actually reach out to us versus just saying, we're a mortgage broker, contact us. We did this in the high-risk auto insurance space. Contact us, we have the guaranteed lowest rate. And when they called up, we explained that over the phone. We did a lot of that stuff before as well in that market and done this several times. But That's one example though of how to create an offer for something that you have to make it have a better experience for the user when they hit your site so that you get a higher landing page experience score, not a below average one. You also though could just change your pricing. Maybe your pricing is just simply a little too high. You have room to lower it from 104 to 97, make it seem much cheaper, and then have a better landing page experience score without having your margins affected too much. Which, by the way, the best digit to end all your pricing is in a 7, because that has a strong psychological impact on users when you use 7 at the end as the ending digit in your price. Just as a small side, but that could be one way you make the landing page experience better for the user itself. If you sell product itself, you could actually have pricing on the website. A lot of you guys that do service companies don't have pricing on your website, which a lot of users are pissed off because they have to call companies to find out how much you charge, which I get why companies do it, because there's no way to actually have your sales pitch if they never call up to get the sales pitch because they saw the price and it was too expensive. But like for a cleaning service, we do better having the actual prices for the cleaning services on the landing page than not having it, because people just want to know what the damn prices is. And they appreciate when that one person actually does it. So that maybe is the way that you make your landing page experience better. That is reducing your bounce rate so you have a better landing page experience score, or increasing the conversion rate / both of those things. Okay? So that could be what you have to do to make your below average landing page experience score on Google go down or go away. The other second thing is market mismatch. So what I mean by this is, naturally the best marketers understand how to say what people want to hear when they are of a certain group of people or searching for a certain thing or whatever. Because the more close to what the user wants to hear to what you say is, the better of a response and ROI you're going to get from your marketing. And this goes into the landing page as well. So maybe you understand that if you sell mattresses, everybody who wants a mattress wants a mattress that's going to keep you cool at night. That's the number one reason why people buy a mattress. So you could put this on your landing page, and that will increase your landing page experience score. Or with that, you could actually, instead of just targeting everybody universally with broad match keywords, you could target people that are specifically looking for side sleeping mattresses and have your ad say side sleeping mattress and your landing page or website say side sleeping mattress in that case, or page you're taking them to, or custom page that you made. And then with that, you have a tighter match of what's offered on that landing page to what they were originally searching for. And as a result of that, your landing page experience is actually going to be higher. Therefore, you're less likely to get a below average landing page experience score in that particular case. You can just simply sub-segment your traffic a lot more so that your landing page will be, and what you say on it is more closely matching what the user was initially searching for, or that they want to hear. So you can actually get rid of this below average landing page experience score itself. Generally speaking though, when you're talking about search ads, to keep it simple, it simply just means taking the keyword that they searched for and putting that in the headline of your landing page, and that in itself will fix most of it. But in addition to that, you should go a bit further, read your competitors' reviews, what they say they like most of all, what they don't like, and then put that on your landing page as well, so that the headline doesn't just match what they searched for, but similar to that, you say, we do this, we don't do this, we do this, we don't do this. And it lines up with what research you did, reading your competitors' reviews, so that you actually are telling people exactly what they want to hear, and you're not doing it and sending everybody to just one page, because you can't tell everybody what they want to hear ideally, because everybody kind of slightly wants different things and they want to hear different things. So you create different landing pages, and that will fix your score a lot of times. But also, and this one's a more easy one to accomplish or fix or do, which is the page has no relevant keywords on it. So particularly when you're starting out, Google's going to look at the page that you have set up and it's going to scan it. And so if you're targeting side sleeping mattresses as a keyword, you actually want to have a side sleeping mattress on the page, because it's going to directly give you a higher conversion rate, because people are going to get to the page, know that you offer exactly what they were looking for, therefore be less likely to bounce away right away. And then because they're staying on the page longer, they're more likely to actually convert into actual customer or make a purchase through you. So you have that, but you also have Google's own bot or algorithm that scans the page and tries to determine, when it has no other data to look at, what your landing page experience score should be. If they scan your page and they don't see side sleeping anywhere on there, they're going to automatically give you a lower score itself. So the keywords on the page will always matter, but it matters less once you get a bunch of clicks on your landing page already from that ad, because the algorithm is going to more heavily weigh how the page actually performed versus what it thinks it performs or going to perform at, okay? Which brings me to my final point, is which you simply just have a new campaign. That's why you have a below average landing page experience score. You haven't had the system give your page enough time to see how it actually performs. Then there's no relevant keywords on the page that match up with the keyword you're targeting. And therefore, you got a below average score, at least until the algorithm has had time to actually test your page, if you will. And naturally, if you're doing display advertising, YouTube ads, whatever, Google, yes, if you're targeting a keyword using keyword targeting via your YouTube campaign, you're targeting red shoes as a keyword. So you're basically going to get your video ads show up on videos about red shoes. They will actually look at your page and see if red shoes is on there and use that for your landing page experience to grade your page as to see how well you're showing up. But this is what we're primarily talking about here, is Google search ads specifically, and how well your Google search ads are going to do, just as a small side. But with that said, now we're going to actually get into what you can actually do to fix this. Now, I've roughly covered this already, okay? When you're running Google search ads, you need to be able to please the part of the the system, if you will, that will determine if you should get a high score or don't get a high score, and why you actually get a low score, below average score to begin with. Your best bet, if you want to fix your below average landing page experience score on Google Ads, is to fix your campaign structure and use SKAG campaigns here. So single keyword ad group campaigns. Instead of targeting 10 or 20 keywords in your ad account, you can actually find the few hundred different variations of keywords that are possible for people to search for in your market, and then you target all those keywords individually, okay? The reason why you would do this is, of course, so that you can have laser targeted landing pages for every variant of every keyword you're targeting. So if they are searching for that black side sleeping mattress, okay, you have a landing page that in the headline, as I mentioned before, it's right up in there, right? And you can also make the body content of the landing page talk about black that it's the best black side sleeping mattress on the planet, and that's going to help fix this score pretty much right away if you do this, okay? And so if you're relying on the results your campaign's got already, well, maybe you just set up a new set of campaigns that are set up with the SKAG structure, with one keyword for every ad you're targeting, and you create different landing pages for all of it. You start out advertising it slowly. Maybe you spend 5% of your overall ad budget on the new campaigns. Wait for your ROI to be similar as your old campaigns, and then start spending a little bit more on them, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Eventually, you're spending all your money through the new campaign you set up with this SKAG structure and different landing pages for different keywords. But certainly, the mileage you get on this particular strategy, setting up a single keyword ad group campaign, will vary based upon how good of a job you do at actually finding all the keywords you should be targeting. Because usually what people will target, even when they do set up single keyword ad group campaigns, 10 or 20, 30 keywords, and that's just not going to get you nothing but a small sliver of the results you can get with it. When you go and you use all the keyword ideas you find in Google Keyword Planner, and then use those ideas as a base, and then go find all the keyword ideas on SpyFu or SEMrush, take your ideas from there, pump your ideas back into Google Keyword Planner again, find any spin-off ideas that you could find, then take all those keywords and then mix and match your words. So if you find side sleeping mattress, best mattress, you take best and side sleeping and you combine it, best side sleeping mattress, and then you find all the permutations of all the keywords you found. Then ultimately you can then find the 500 to 1,000 keywords that are in the total universe of everything you can target, to where you have very tight matching messaging from your landing page to what the user's actual search and intent was. And therefore you're not going to have an issue getting this below average landing page experience score taken care of, because you're going to have a much better landing page experience than your competition, given that the keywords are on the page, which is the first thing they look for, Google's algorithm looks for. The second of which being, people are actually going to like the page, they're going to see it perform well. Low bounce rates, high conversion rates. Before I get into this other one here, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you absolutely should, because all the information I talk about on this channel comes from somebody who spends basically 40 hours a week doing ad strategy at our firm, and all I do is do ad testing and figuring out what works. And on the weekends, I share what works and what doesn't work from my experiments at our firm, where I've got to get guaranteed results for our clients, so you have it for your own purposes. And what I see almost exclusively elsewhere on YouTube and online is people talking about running ads that don't run any ads. They have other people run ads for them, or they run a couple campaigns but not really anything. So they're getting information that's, second, third, fourth hand information, and it's just not very good. Completely useless, or even worse. So if you want to learn from somebody who's actively in the weeds doing it, then you want to subscribe to this channel. So subscribe already if you're serious about making money with ads. Trust me on that. You want to pay attention, at the very least, the information on this channel first. You should check out my blog as well. You can find on my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog. The strategies that I use at our firm as well to guarantee our clients' results, documented with screenshots that you can see how to replicate these results for yourself using these strategies there. So if you like the channel, you'll definitely like the blog as well. Beyond that, if you have any questions about anything I'm covering here today, or any ad related or marketing related question, you can always leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel, usually within 24 hours time. With that said, getting back to what I was mentioning here, the proper long-term solution for you to fix your issues, though, isn't to use just a SKAG campaign. It's to use a SKAG campaign so that at least Google is going to see, okay, this dude's bidding on the word side sleeping mattress. He has a mattress that, frankly, the title of the page is side sleeping mattress. The headline of the page is side sleeping mattress. It's probably going to perform well and get rid of this issue. However, if you do this and you make your page perform poorly in terms of bounce rates and conversion rates, it's only going to be a temporary solution. It's the same thing as I hear a lot of people say, Corey, should I just start up a new campaign or ad account to they'll have a PMAX campaign and it'll die, and then they'll start up another PMAX campaign to get their sales going again. And the reality is it died because your website doesn't perform very well, and eventually Google doesn't want to run your ads anymore. Or they'll set up a search campaign that wasn't doing very well that died, and another ad account to get things going. But you're not fixing the root of the problem, ultimately. You're just going to have the same problem you did before, but several months later down the line. And frankly, you're just never going to make millions with your ads if you never find a way to beat your competition in terms of the ad and the landing page itself, because Google's system's designed to weed out the poor ads and landing pages from the system so that users get the best experience possible. And it is ruthless about doing this in markets where they have multiple ads to pick from itself. That is more than 3 or 4 advertisers to pick from. They're very ruthless at figuring out who should be there, who shouldn't, and giving all the benefit they possibly can to the people that should be there, and the people who shouldn't, price them out of the system. You want to, at the same time of setting up the single keyword ad group campaigns, hire an actual landing page expert or conversion rate optimization expert. Look at your landing page. So if you're going to go through the trouble of setting up the single keyword ad group campaign, like I talked about, pages for each keyword, break everything in, have the campaigns run at a loss for a while till they get broken in, why not do it from the base of knowing 100% for sure, once this actual testing of your new landing pages are done by the algorithm, that you're going to get the major reward at the end of the day, which is great ROI, and then ever increasing ROI because the system gets better and better at running it, and more realizes that it should be running front and center before any other ad, which they are going to do. They're going to give you a bigger ad higher up in the list, so on and so forth, because you are doing a legitimately good or better job than your competition. So hire a landing page expert to understand how to lay content out on the page and what content actually has to be there. This is actually an art. Anybody could say that they can do a landing page. My 2-year-old son could do a landing page for you. That doesn't mean it ain't going to convert. And there's lots of people who design websites who say that they can make landing pages, but they don't know how to make a website convert. So their skills are almost useless as a result. You need something that makes money at the end of the day. So you need somebody who knows how to make money, but can also design at the same time, or at least guide somebody who can design. So for that matter, you need to find somebody who knows how to lay out content on a page so it's not confusing, and then also what content to include, given that certain content, if you include it, it will actually hurt your page experience for the user because it's irrelevant for most people. But you also have to know what to put on there because there's a lot of people that could want something, and if it's not on there, they're going to be frustrated and then leave because of that. At the same time, knowing what to say first, second, third, this is very much an art on how to actually do it. And there's a whole hell of a lot more people who say they can do it than actually can do it. The main reason is because if you know how to do this, you're a super hot commodity and everybody wants your help because you just print money for companies. If you know how to make a website convert twice as well, everybody needs that. And they're not going to be charging peanuts for it either. But the main thing is it's just a very hard thing to do, and you have to have lots of experience doing it. A lot of the people who do know how to do it just start up their own e-commerce brand, so on and so forth. So it's going to be hard to even find anybody who does this. But if you check around enough, you'll be able to find somebody. Of course, if you're talking about just the information and knowing how to make a site convert better, or if it's as good as your competition, so you know if you're wasting your time even setting up this new campaign, you can ask me at our firm and I'll tell you whether it is or isn't for free. If you just reach out to me at my agency, I'll tell you that. Or if you want a landing page design that'll convert better than what you have, this is what we also specialize at our firm as well. We could do that for you. Not to say you have to hire us, but part of what we do at our agency to guarantee clients results. So nevertheless, find somebody who actually knows what they're doing because you'll make just as much of an increase in return on your ads and impact on your below average landing page experience scores setting up SKAG campaigns as you will hiring an actual landing page experience person or a designer or landing page designer to redesign your page, going that route. So they're both equally as powerful. Why not use both? If you do want to hire somebody to, of course, do this for you, we not only set up SKAG campaigns here, but we also, make landing pages from scratch. We tell people, of course, how to improve their conversion rate of their website on ad campaigns in terms of what needs to be added or removed. Like I mentioned earlier, reach out to me at guaranteeppc.com if you're interested in that. We guarantee your results. That is, you do not pay unless we are able to raise your profitability of your ads, a certain minimum amount, basically double digits or more. Furthermore, I also do coaching with clients as well. If you need somebody to tell you where and how you're stuck with your revenue and the profit coming in from your ads, I'm very good at spotting where the bottlenecks are in terms of the pricing strategy, the landing pages, the sales process that you have, the website design, and I can tell you where the bottleneck is. And so if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me and I'll do a coaching or a consulting call with you. I also offer ad templates. If we've already worked in your niche market before, we can sell you the winning ads, landing pages, campaign templates that work for your niche market already. You can copy paste those suckers into your ad account and get the same results we're getting in a different city or state or country that you're in for yourself, just because we've already been using it in a different geographic area. And we've got 100 plus different niche markets where we've gotten results like this. So chances are quite high we've already got the results you're looking for. And even if we haven't, we've got people using these templates to frankly to just start other businesses. It's like literally having a business in a box where you could pick this market, this wheelchair ramp installer business, take the template, install it, find somebody to do the work, answer the phone, send the work out to the guy that you hired to do it, and you got a business already. It's literally a business in a box you could have. If you're going to sub work out, drop ship product, which you could also do. If you're interested in that, let me know. We'll tell you what results we got and what niche markets we got them in. Just reach out to my firm for that at guaranteeppc.com. For that matter, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in terms of below average landing page experience scores. So, Google is not going to tell you what your experience score is for non-search engine ads, but I can tell you for a fact they also have the same algorithm going on in the background, if you will. Google does tell us this on a keyword level for our search campaigns because they want to help you improve it on a keyword by keyword basis. So you can actually create custom landing pages potentially for each keyword. Like I was talking about here, this is what they do want you to do, even though they don't outright say it. So, but with that said, good luck with your process of getting rid of this warning for yourself and get it, frankly, if you do it like I mentioned, you can get rid of it across the board. There's no excuse not to. And if you didn't, of course there's an issue and you should reach out to me and I'll tell you why. You're still having an issue, but frankly, it's not that hard to do. I'll wrap it up with that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Remember when I said landing page SLAs was important during this video? Well, this video here tells you how to do it.